Some think Hillary came through the last Benghazi hearing looking like a winner. Joe Biden announced that he isn't running for the country's top office, and Maryland's own comptroller, Peter Franchot, has chosen to back Hillary instead of our state's former governor, Martin O'Malley. She sure looks like a shoo-in for the Democratic nomination. Or does she? Brenna, let's start with you.
Well, I mean, the two top runners for Democratic presidential candidate are Hillary Clinton right now and Bernie Sanders. Is that right?
Yeah.
Of these two,
I know you don't follow the Democrats very closely. Yeah.
Of these two, I don't see how she wouldn't be chosen. As I do agree and disagree with things that Hillary stands for. Bernie Sanders is a socialist. How do we think that that would be a good thing in our country?
He'll tell you he's not a socialist.
Oh, will he?
He'll tell you
No, he's a Democratic
socialist. Right.
And there's
There's a
definitely a
definition.
difference.
Right.
I'm actually starting to not find a definitive line between the two.
I'm just quoting.
So let's
No, I agree. I know what you're saying.
let's talk
but
about-
even Democrats and socialists are becoming very
you know,
blurry together.
I really think, I really think the comptroller's endorsement really speaks to local opinion of former Governor O'Malley. I mean,
Well,
there wasn't a
specifically-
tax he didn't
And
want.
that's all it is. It's not. I really don't think that our comptroller cares that much for Hillary Clinton.
No,
either.
I don't think she does
But
either.
I'm-
But she cares less
He cares a
for
lot
Governor
less for Martin
O'Malley.
Yes.
Yeah, because I mean the history of the reported problems between the two of them is
there were plenty.
long.
Right.
Yes. In fact, I received Controller Francho was planning or thinking about a run for something himself, perhaps governor, I believe, and I got a call from him, and he was very clear about his concerns about the governor.
Yeah.
Now he also wanted $10,000, which I didn't give him, but that's another story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
And that's why he didn't run.
And I also
Right.
wonder if it, might be a matter of also backing the right horse. If he backs Hillary, maybe he'll get a seat at the White House sometime in the future. Should
Get
she
an
win.
appointment to something.
Right.
Yeah,
That's an
because
interesting theory.
politics should be what's in it for me, right? It's not about doing right for the citizenry. It's about what's in it for me.
What?
Right, Bob? That's why you run, right?
Oh, was that
That
why?
big salary.
Oh, yeah,
at the
it's
head-
like-
Maybe that's why he got out of politics.
There you go.
Because he didn't agree with that.
Hey,
So-
listen, my biggest concern, and I watched a lot of the hearing, okay, and my biggest concern was the email and the question about when the attack happened, and the White House, along with Hillary, came out and said that it was in opposition to a video that was shown about 9/11, and then she sent an email talking about
It
this
was,
is
I thought she
definitely a
didn't
planned
use the official
attack,
email
blah,
service.
blah, 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 blah. It wasn't
well, it was one of
anything
them,
to
yeah.
totally opposite. So she along with our current president and that administration, came out and told the American people a fantastic whopper of a lie.
Right,
And,
And stuck
in
by it.
private, unfortunately, she told the truth.
yeah. So here's the other problem. I mean, well, here's the problem for me. It's gonna bounce off her like rubber.
Oh, yeah.
It's
she's
not-
Teflon.
The
Oh, yeah.
only
Ain't nothing
thing,
sticking to
the
her.
only thing that's going to happen, the only thing that's going to pull her out is if the FBI does come back with an indictment.
Mm-hmm.
That will fry her, in my opinion. But anything less than that, and she's going to sail on.
I agree with you. I agree. I think that she's going to come out of this relatively unscathed and move on with her candidacy.
Because, the Republicans have, in the Congress and in the Senate at this point, both have a propensity to really look bad when they're doing hearings. They don't do hearings well.
They don't do hearings well, and they don't follow through.
No.
Yeah, I mean, there's with Hillary and I. First off, I won't vote for her no matter what. It doesn't matter, only because of the history of 8 years of Bill Clinton, and she had stances eight years ago that are totally different than what her stances are now.
And I wouldn't even have that much of a problem with that. I don't trust her.
You said you won't vote for her no matter what. I know you also wouldn't vote for Sanders because, like you
No.
said, he's okay. I'm sorry, he's a Democratic socialist.
No.
At this point, can the Democrats even get any swing votes? No matter who gets nominated.
I don't know, because I think I think what you're going to find is that a lot of the people that Bernie Sanders has on his bandwagon right now are going to split up and go be Republican or Democrat. They're not going to go all Democrat.
Right.
And it just doesn't happen. And never, statistically, it doesn't
But
happen.
wouldn't you think that the people that were for Bernie Sanders would be at the extreme left of the party, and it would be more likely they would go Democrat than switch to Republican?
Yeah, I don't
Because
know.
I mean, if
that's-
he's
but
if he's
that's
a
just-
reported Democratic socialist, you got to think that the people that are showing up at his rallies are at the left hand of the left.
Yeah, but there's going to be one reason or another why they wouldn't want to vote for Hillary, and that's just going to. Not everybody's going
Right,
that
right.
supports
And so
Bernie is
maybe-
going
I
to
know
want
a
to
lot
vote
of
for
women
Hillary.
who's not going to vote for Hillary just because it's Hillary.
And so maybe
Right.
maybe what happens is they don't vote for the Republican nominee; they just don't
They
vote.
just don't vote. And
That
we
could
can see
happen.
that. That could happen, yeah.
That could be
So
the outcome.
sadly, it seems like, a choice of the lesser of two evils. It really does.
Yes, and that's usually the case. Unfortunately, I
Yes,
mean,
it is.
for the last 40 years that I voted.
And where's that pitchfork?
Yeah.
It's a trident, Brenna.
Oh, we
Just-
call it a
just-
trident
it's
and not a
trident.
pitchfork?
Yes.
Don't want to offend anybody.
Okay,
It's
that's
a,
right.
Yeah.
All right.
So, but we're being
I
told.
think it's a pitchfork, so it's okay.
Well, whatever.
So stay
I'm with
tuned, because in 3 minutes, Bob will lead us in the discussion about the true cost of Hagerstown's downtown revitalization. I think you'll be surprised. We'll be right back.